V4CC, I'm here with you. So we're going to look at the RagDash version 1.2, and I have implemented a few fixes. And so I just want to go over the file structure with you because there's several different files, and if you don't do it properly, it won't exactly load correctly. So the initial config, if you've never set it up before, after you download, now I'm in VS Code right here, but let's just go look at the actual files here. Now I'm on the Mac, but you can do this just the same, but yours will look a little different. Mine's going to say GitHub, but it's going to say RagDash version. And so when you go in here, you're going to have all these files right here. And so the first thing you want to do is you want to open it. And so I'm going to open it with Google Chrome. Now you're not going to see a whole lot, but that's the way it is. As this says, use the setup to configure. So we're going to go right here. It's an orange tab. We're going to hit setup. Now here's where you could manually set it up. If you're running, you can run as many instances of this as you would like, and as many tabs as you would like. But just realize that you'll need to make a separate folder, and that you'll call it something else other than RagDash. You could put it, your call sign dash or whatever. So, but if you wanted to set it up right now, let me show you. If you wanted a 2x2 grid, you go 2x2 grid. Let me just show you kind of how this works. Let's add a menu item. Okay. Now you see how when I just did that, now there's 4 URLs because I hit add a menu item. Alright, let's go right here. Let's do this. Just showing you this for just to show you how you could do it. Let's just say you want to look at the RegChew website. We're going to just do this just for demonstration purposes. We're going to type it in, HTTPS. Make sure if it's a non-secure or non-SSL site, you don't want to put the S. In this case it is, / US RegChew.network. .network. Scale, we're going to put 1 here. Side, we're going to put it on a L. So that is the format, and when we go and hit save, we're going to scroll up. Now this says configure. Now what this is current set and source. Now if we read this, it says please choose the source of the settings the next time you load the dashboard. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit right here, and then we're going to hit save settings to local storage. When we hit refresh, we're going to see only one thing, and that's going to be this right here, RegChew website. Now, the reason why it's saying failed to load is because we haven't put the text in there yet. But as you can see, right out of the box, it's working. Okay, so for instance, you can interact with it. If you wanted to see the amateur dashboard, you could do so by doing this. But we're going to add this. I did that to get this, and we're going to cut it. Now we're going to come over here. Now watch this. We're going to hit, and if you hit sources, it'll tell you everything that you've got. Right here's your sources. Okay. Alright, so the image sources is blank now because we got a 2x2. That's 4 instances. So let's go ahead and add into the setup. Now you don't have to add a title. You can. Since this we don't want it to manually rotate or anything like that. So we want to put it just like that. Oh, I'm sorry. I need to get this. I did the wrong URL right here and get it. And we are wanting the network. So we're going to type in rag. There's the GMRS hub. Here's what we're looking for actually. Now we can hit cut. We can come back over and we can paste the URL in. There's one thing we got to do to make this work. If we only just copy the URL, it will not work. Now, even though we have a user's interface, this is a GUI, a graphical user's interface, we still have to code this right because we're interacting a visual side of the code. So we have to type in iframe, and then we got to put a little pipe in like that right there. And if I move the cursor, you can see now it will work. So once again, we're going to hit settings and we're going to hit refresh. Now what you see is a fully interactive page. Now let me show you. If you go over here and you do the same thing, this is just so to load the other one. You can have two URLs in the same one if you want to get it that way, but I wouldn't, because watch. Just watch this. There's no sense of doing it, but you can. See how the two windows didn't load, and the reason why that happened is because there was no iframe. So you can see I've got the exact same URL in, but the thing that we did not do is what you have to do. You see the difference here is iframe, so that's why I'm making this video. Alright, now only thing we did is we added iframe. I'm going to hit save. Now this is actually where it's going to be pulling from when you load it. Once you get this browser the way you want it, you want to do two things. You want to do a backup. A backup takes the entire JSON file and creates a new JSON file as a backup. And the JSON and the JS is different files. Once you get everything you want, you got your backup and everything, anytime you tweak something, if you don't want to lose that, say you change out all your URLs, you want to come and do an export.config.js, and you want to put it in a folder separate from the main folder, so it can be disassociated, because you don't want to accidentally associate it because it'll whack it up. But anyway, so we hit save, I think. If not, we'll do it again. Now we're going to come and refresh, and what we'll see is we'll see two instances because we put the iframe. Okay, I don't know why that did that. That's kind of weird. There we go. I don't know what that was, but I guess the Supermon page itself refreshed. You know what? It's because it's the same URL. So let's do a different URL, and I'll show you what that would look like. Let's do RegChew hub. Here is our GMRS hub. Let's come over, because it's going to continue to do that until. So notice I'm going to leave the pipe, and I'm going to paste in the hub. Oh man. Well. Okay, there we go. We don't need the 4.9. You can add it, but there's no use. We're going to hit remove URL there. Okay. Oh, that's why it was doing it, because I had that. But anyway, so let's hit this. Let's go refresh it. Now you're going to see two instances. Okay, what did I do? I did something with the URL. Little wonky. Oh, I see. I removed the iframe. See? Now, we don't need the 049 in there. Now that should work. Let's hit save. See, if you make one little mistake, it won't work. It's not the code, I promise. It's the way it's entered in there. So you can add anything. Say you want more than this. Let's show you how to do that. Let's enter 4 here and 4 here. But when you do this, just remember you are making everything smaller. So there's all 12. That's so small that it's really not usable. I mean, it just really ain't usable. So I would recommend, if you was wanting to do like a 6x6, that's about as far as I go. That's 3 and 3, so it's up to 12. So any combination up to 12. So let's save, and you'll see what the layout will look like now. So now you have 3 on top. Oh, I know what I told you wrong. So we need to get rid of this one. I need to put a 2 here. And hit save. So when we refresh, there we go. And then you could have the row of 6. So I hope that some of this is making some sense, because we've been having some, some questions and feedback that it's not working. But anyway, so that's how you manually set it up, and so on and so on. And you continue to add and hit add menu item, of course, and then you would choose your color, put it here. But if you don't want that, you do not have to have, well, right here we don't have a thing, but if you want a title, you could have a title. But notice when we hit back, there's no title. So if you don't put a title, it won't actually be in the page. If you put a title, it'll have that tag. Okay, so let's close this out, and let's close this out, and let's close this out, and let me show you something here. Let's go back to the VS Code so I can show you it's coming straight out. Alright, so here's where the import comes in. You see this file right here, import doc? Okay, so we're going to go here, and this is the actual code itself. This is what makes the magic happen. So we're going to go here, we're going to open it in the default browser, which last time I opened it straight from the file, but this way I'm going to do it just like this, so you know it's coming straight from the file. Now watch this. See, I told it to load from the browser so it's remembering, but watch this. Now let's refresh it. This is the out of the box if you want to have it just the way it comes out of the box. Okay, so there's several different configurations. So what we're going to do here is we're going to hit import. We'll show you the power of being able to import something. You see the import file. We're going to hit open. Now it's going to give you right here, remember to save the settings to local storage, backup or export, because if you do not, it will not stay permanent. It will not be. So we're going to hit save. Now watch what happens when we refresh. Now, so it takes just a second for everything to sink in, but once everything syncs up, that's why we have a refresh button. Once everything syncs up, now you'll see this DV switch correct itself here in a second, because nobody's keyed up in a little bit and it's kind of went wonky. KQ4 CCM here on the RegChew, and we're monitoring. Now that'll change here in just a second. But what you can see now is not only do you have the main deal, there's N4WR. Look at there. Well, how you did there, brother? Hope you're doing well. So that shows you that. Let's go ahead and hit refresh on our actual browser. There it is. So sometimes it takes a second. So there's the tag I was talking about. If you want to remove the tag, you go to setup. Now these are the menu items. You can change the colors. But if you don't want the tags, watch. You just take the tags out. It's nothing saying. I put the tags there so you know if you mess it up, what's supposed to go where, so you can keep the grid order. That's all. It's not mandatory. Now watch this. If you don't want the tags, let's hit refresh. No more tags. So my internet's going slow. That's why it's taking forever. Okay, very good, very good. Well, TJ N4WRL, you're going to be featured on a video if you don't mind there. Ewan's keyed up when I was showing everybody on the dashboard how things is looking. And so, anyway, I hope you're doing well today there. And we're over here in Sanger, Texas there, QSL. That's TJ, good friend of mine in 4WRL. All right, let's hit refresh again because, see, my internet's just going crazy. That's what it is.
Sounds good. No, I've just been messing around here and enjoying a little warmer day over here. It's kind of nice.
Now, this one on this side is the GMRS. This is the All-Star node 60568, which you can see here. This shows 6487. What that is showing is the TGIF network. The top left, right here, though I'll just put my mouse, is the DV switch dashboard that shows our digital bridge from YSF to DMR, and then the one on the top right is the actual YSF dashboard, and there's more to it, but you have to scroll around to see it because of the size there. But you can scroll around, you can pinch in and out if it allows you to. You can also double click in certain areas and make it big if you want to make it big. So that is the main dash layout. We've got lightning, we've got DX, we've got time is. There's the lightning. It'll show you all the lightning that's going on. Yeah, QSL. Well, I appreciate you being willing to be in the video. I'm actually making a video about the new RegChew dashboard, the old RagDash. And so it's on the old GitHub, and we're getting ready to publish this out. That way everybody can see how to do it and get things going there. So we're going to stand on the side for just a minute there. And TJ, we'll be back with you here in just a minute. Kilo, Quebec 4, Charlie, Mike, your friend, the truck and ham. And so you can see the DX closer. You can go to time is. If you're wanting to know the exact time, it tells you. Now mine's...
Sounds good, Jim.
There's TJ again.
Alrighty, I'll be in
No,
around. I'll keep this
that's the time is. And that's a handy little feature because I am in Texas. So here's your radar. Here's the weather. Here's the winds. Here's the contest. So we've got some pretty cool stuff, and this can be customizable. This is for my purposes, but right now nothing will load except for the RegChew because you have to be on your home Wi-Fi or wherever your node. So that's my All-Star, All-Scan, and Pi-Star, but now the RegChew will load. This is our website. So if y'all want to learn a little bit more about the network or whatever, you can listen live right here. You can get to our Discord. You can even log in and sign up or join right here. You can chat with us on demand right here. You make a little nickname. And so, but that's a little bit about our website here. So I really hope that this does help. I'm going to hit decline, not because I'm saying that you got to, but I just did it for the purpose of this video. But we also got a resource page here that's got several. I'm just going to hit Scepter. It's going to keep asking. But we've got all kind of little stuff right here with QRZ that you could get to, easy access repeaters, all kind of stuff, your license and testings, map, and here's your little band plan. You can have this right up in front of you. So I think this dashboard is going to be a great benefit of you. Like I said, you do not have to use this layout. You can start from fresh and build it however you so choose to see fit. But what the important thing is that you make a backup and as well as do an export for your settings just in case something happens and you lose your data, because it's no fun to have to rebuild it every time. So do that, because anytime if something happens, you clear your cache or whatever, something won't load, all you have to do is do the import and then accept the changes and hit save on local storage, and that's it. You're back to where you was when you left off. So anyway, this is Kilo Quebec 4 Charlie Mike, your friend, the truck and ham, and we hope this helps. And to get this, let me show you. Hit the wrong button here. We're going to go to GitHub, and we're going to go to truck and ham station. I heard you. This is Kilo Quebec 4 Charlie Mike. I hope you're doing well there. People's calling. I don't like to leave them hanging. So, and then you would go to the RagDash version 1, and don't look at that ugly mug on the left. And so here's a little bit of the readme. It tells you, but what you want to do is hit code and come down here and hit download. Or if you have Visual Studio, you can get it right there. But you just download it, you put it in the folder, and if you follow the steps I showed you, you should have no issues. You can contact me at kq4ccm@gmail.com. Thank you so much. We hope this helps. We hope that you enjoy the dashboard. And 7-3 for now.